Throughout our lives, we go through all kinds of experiences that leave a deep mark on us. And although they happened in the past, they left an energetic residue that continues to affect our present, damaging our emotional, mental, and even our physical health. Beyond that, obviously, everything that affects us internally also affects our most important relationships and even our life projects and aspirations. So the energy technique I am going to share with you today, which by the way is called the blessing technique, I assure you will provide a way for everything you experience in your past that still has a negative impact on your present to start being resolved. Because all the energetic bonds we have with people and situations from our unresolved past, I assure you, they stagnate our current life, stagnate our ability to prosper, and even cause us to attract bad karma and negative situations into our lives that we would obviously prefer to avoid. For those who do not know me, my name is Luchem, and I am an energy therapist with over 6 years of experience, during which I have helped thousands of people heal their physical, mental, and emotional ailments through energy with the Vital Alchemy method. And so today, I have decided to share something with you that will also transform you, completely free of charge. By the way, if you want to know more about my energy therapy school, in the first comment of this video, you will be able to find access to the priority waiting list so that when we open spots again, you will be the first to know and be able to be part of this great adventure. Beyond this, focusing on today's video, in today's class, as I tell you, we are going to practice the blessing technique, which basically serves so that all those negative energies that remain stagnant through negative experiences, traumas, conflicts that were experienced and were not resolved, whether with ourselves or with other people, and all these types of situations that, by saying this, I think you can already imagine or one might come to mind. Well, this is what we are going to work on today, and I assure you that if you stay until the end of this video and experience in depth what we are going to go through, it could bring about a great transformation for you. And this is precisely today's goal. So, without further ado, let's begin today's practice. But first, as I said, I want you to think of a situation you would like to work on. It could even be a situation you are currently experiencing, or something you clearly lived through in your past that affected you, or a negative relationship you have with someone else. And obviously, since you will be doing this practice while watching this video and will be alone at home, please do it with some calm. In other words, you do not need to go to an experience that you cannot process or that will cause you pain, that will not even allow you to do this practice. But I invite you to find something simple or that is truly within your, let's say, capacity to process for today. And by choosing that situation in your life, you can really start to move forward and practice, because that is what is important. So now, without further ado, let's get to the practice. Let's begin. First of all, I invite you to find a quiet space to carry out this practice. I understand you must already be in one, but just in case, I'll remind you. And second, eliminate any kind of distraction, because this will only work, as I always say, if we commit 100%. Any activity, any technique, anything you do, if you don't give it your best, obviously, it won't work. Things only work when we truly put in love, desire, and even gratitude. So now, let's begin. First of all, I invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to enter a proper state of connection. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. As you slowly bring your awareness throughout your entire body, as if every cell, every atom, every pore of your skin and your body, both inside and out, were filling with a very loving consciousness. I invite you to smile. Feeling how that smile gradually expands throughout your entire body. Remember to breathe deeply while you smile and expand that feeling of smiling throughout your entire body. You look at yourself with love, with tenderness, with sweetness, with great humility. and you smile at yourself just as you would smile at someone who perhaps has had a bad day or who needs your support. So I invite you to be that person who gives yourself that support. Very well. And from this state of inner connection and from this loving state, I invite you to really think about that situation in which you somehow experience that conflict or feel that it is not entirely resolved in your life. And I invite you to observe it with great awareness and trying to sustain this internal state. I will invite you to look at it as if it were a play or a movie, as if you could somehow see it in perspective. Very well. Once you have that situation in mind, I invite you to leave it there for a moment and connect with the center of your chest. We keep the smile and we smile from there. Now we smile specifically with our lips, but also from the center of our feeling as if we are emanating a smile from there, which keeps growing and growing and keeps getting stronger. Perfect. Let's continue. Now we are simply going to bring our attention to the crown and smile from there. Feeling as if we were smiling from the very top of our head. We hold our breath while we smile from there. And little by little, I invite you to even try to bring your attention a little higher above your head. As if your consciousness were rising 10 centimeters, 20, 30, even 40 centimeters, and set the intention to connect with a point of light, like a ball of light. In this case, your soul. Keep breathing and feel how you breathe from up there, from your soul. I invite you to feel how you smile from there too, from your soul, as if you were smiling from this point of light, with much love, much tenderness. And as if you were breathing from your soul, breathe from up there. Very well. Now, I invite you, from this connection with your soul, to set the intention to bring energy down from your soul into your body. Simply keep the intention of energy descending from your soul, as if from this point of light you can intend it, you can visualize it, however it works best for you. And now I invite you to open your hands like this. Without much effort, just open your hands and set the intention for that energy descending from your soul to flow out through your hands, with the intention of directing it toward that situation. Remember to always maintain a connection with your soul, with much love. And allow the energy to flow out through your hands very gently, without putting in too much effort. Simply flowing, connecting with your soul, allowing it to come from your soul. The energy descending from it through your hands and from your hands, as if directed toward that conflicting situation. Hold this loving intention and that this divine energy is directed toward the situation with much love. With great tenderness. I invite you to stay with the practice for a few minutes, connecting with your soul, with the intention that energy descends through your crown, flows down from your crown and out through your hands, with the intention that this energy goes toward that situation. Internally, I also invite you to raise your frequency to connect with love. Smile and send these blessings, this love, from your soul toward that situation. Feeling how all this divine energy goes toward that situation. Much love. And I invite you to hold that for a few more seconds. Maintaining the connection with your soul, allowing the energy that descends to flow out through your hands, and with the power of your intention, go toward that situation, always holding the loving intention. Very well, at this moment you can choose whether to continue with the practice for as long as you decide, or to return to me and close this video. Both are fine. If you want to keep practicing, that is perfect. You already have the instructions, you know how to proceed. And if, well, you feel there has been enough, I invite you to return to me so we can close this practice for today. Well, I hope you really enjoyed today's practice. As I tell you, if you stick with this practice long enough, you will be able to see great transformations, even in complex situations, because counterintuitively, although many times when we experience conflict, we project negativity, get angry, or criticize, and I understand you, we have all been there. If, on the contrary, we send high vibration energy toward that situation, we transform it, although I know that inertia sometimes prevents us from doing so. Anyway, as I said, I hope you have enjoyed or continue to enjoy this practice very much. See you in the next chapter. And if you want to learn the complete Vital Alchemy methodology, which, as I tell you, what we have learned here today is like 5 or 3% of everything you can learn with me. In the first comment of this video, you will be able to access the priority waiting list, so that when we open spots for our school, you can be the first to know and enjoy some more than special conditions. See you in the next practice. I send you a kiss, a hug, and I wish you much peace in your life. Take care.